So the next thing that I want to address is the production quality. So would you recommend somebody just pick up the user-generated content and then post that as video versus another way to deal with it?
Yeah. So this is what we're seeing. We're seeing a lot of, particularly in the smaller sellers, 3P sellers, trying to be very cost efficient with their video. And so doing a lot of things, in a lot of cases, just finding through various sites, people that will, in exchange for a sample of a product, create a video, maybe even for free, or maybe for $25 or, $50 at the most, create a video, and then using that, in the hero area as your main video. That's the part that I call the sort of the check the box strategy. And I'm not saying it's not effective. It's obviously very cost effective. So any benefit that you're getting out of it, is great. It's pure upside and gravy. I do worry that it is leaving the bigger opportunity on the table, on the floor, and not going after it, because when you are doing that, you're not really going to be able to get into any sort of engaged dialogue around that consumer. What you're going to, what they give is what you're going to get. You're not really going to get somebody who is investing a lot in their equipment, or, is taking a ton of pride in the production quality. So it's going to be pretty raw. And again, there are places for that, down in the related videos, right? There are a lot of UGC or sort of semi-influencers creating content in that related videos area. Obviously, people are even creating videos and attaching to them to their reviews. All of that, that sort of very raw UGC, that's in context. Again, in the hero area, the consumer is expecting to hear from you. So a single kind of one-off video clearly created by, one person, and sort of, that it's with pretty low production quality, I'm not sure that's the best representation. I'm not sure that's going to give you truly that full conversion rate lift opportunity. And the other thing that it's almost definitely not going to do is to allow you to repurpose that video thoughtfully and break it into components, which is probably the, one of the next topics that we should get into, in terms of, where all the other uses that you can apply that content to. So ideally, that hero video is something you're going to be able to break down and use in all these other contexts. And so if you're just getting a very raw, off the shelf UGC, shot on their phone in one take, you're probably not going to be able to use that video in all those other use cases.
Yeah, you are being too polite, frankly. So I'm going to make it official. Do not use user-generated content in your hero image area as your product video. And I'm going to even go a step further and say, make sure you have a professionally produced promotional video as your first video for people to watch, because that's where you're going to make an emotional connection. The other thing that this is important is, this is the first time that the user or the shopper, potential buyer of your product, is being introduced to your product. And if your production quality is poor and the story is not being told the right way, what kind of an impression do you think you're making on that shopper? So they're not going to really care much for it, and they'll just watch a little bit and then move on.